Too soon.
All right. Hello, viewers. Welcome to Let's Not Hate, and today we're not hating Army Men RTS. Real-time strategy, I assume.
Real-time strategy.
Yeah. I mean, it was either that or real TIG cities. That doesn't work.
To that or really tiny soldiers. Hey.
That actually does really work. Are you familiar with the Toy Soldier series? Wait. No, what? Army Men series?
It's all games?
Yeah, it's all games.
I imagine that I definitely have played a game revolving around being Army Men, but I don't remember what it was called. I remember it was on the N64. That's about all I remember.
Yeah, I never played either of, like, those were shooters-ish.
Yeah, shooter.
Oh, so that's the former general. He got shot in the head and lost his mind.
Oh, no.
And now he's gone tan.
Huh. No!
Which are apparently the villains here.
Yeah, the green guys are always the good guys.
I had to step away from the mic, but he actually reminded me of Baron Harkonnen there.
Yeah, he kind of is like Baron and Harkonnen.
So we're being tasked to invade the other side of the yard to put an end to the tan menace.
We're taking out the Harkonnens.
Yes. But we don't have knives. We have guns and grenades and tanks, but no knives.
It's not going to work very well against their personal shields.
Did you see the new Dune?
Sure did.
What'd you think of it?
Big fan. I was a little worried because the critics' reviews were a little mixed, but it seems like the audience reviews are like completely positive.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but before we get into that, should we start with the third mission or go straight from the beginning?
Let's begin.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the book, so I thought it was like very like
true.
What's the word?
Accurate. Followed the book.
There's like something people usually say.
In canon.
It was, yeah, true to the book, I guess. Enough so, like there wasn't anything distracting that was like different about it. There's a few things obviously that they changed because it's a movie, so like it can't be just like the book. But
I really liked how they did the shields.
Yeah, I thought those are cool.
As someone who hasn't read the book, I thought they did a way better job with that than the David Lynch one. Yeah,
David Lynch might have been limited by the technology of his time a little bit.
Though I did like his blocky polygonal shields.
I was so shook by that when I watched that movie. David Lynch doing it is like very fun to watch. That's all I'll say about it. Like it was like. I can see why people think that it's not good, but like I really liked watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was limited by the technology at the time and how the studio wanted. Oh shit! You have to left click.
Right. Yeah. It's like you're telling me that you don't think David Lynch could make a good Dune movie. Like, I think he could, and I think the movie he made was like very fun to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like he tried with what he had.
And he like tried to do the whole book in under 2 hours, which is like insane. Yeah,
that was a weird thing back then too, where hey, you're making a movie. Oh, well, we're making a movie based off a book. Okay, so should we split this up? No, you're just gonna make the whole series in one. Yeah. Like Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings.
That's another good example. Where it's like, yeah, you can't do that all in one movie. That's insane.
And I'm glad that studios now have realized, hey, we can make more money if we split this up.
Right.
Which led to a bigger problem.
Which led to a completely different problem. Where now we have 1,000 Marvel movies and like 30,000 hours of TV you have to watch to understand the movies.
Well, I'm thinking more like those books that get turned into movies and for some reason, and like they decide to split the movie up into multiple, like The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Which,
or like Harry Potter, that whole entire series should have just been one movie.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Imagine Harry Potter as one.
Like if it would have been written by then, like a early 80s Harry Potter adaptation where the whole thing is one movie. He goes from being like a first year at Hogwarts to fighting Voldemort in one movie.
If they did that, which book do you think they'd have to cut out? I think it'd be number 2.
I think they'd cut a lot, like almost all of them. I think you can cut out most of. You can cut out pretty much all of 2, right? I think you can cut out a lot of 1.
People in the comments do not tell us how important 2 is to the rest of the stories.
We understand. This is hypothetical. If you had to make a shitty, like 120-minute Harry Potter, how are you going to do it?
Okay, maybe we could be generous and say they get 2 movies. They get 2 movies to make Harry Potter. Harry Potter Part 1, Harry Potter Part 2.
No, I like the 1 movie idea.
Okay.
I think it's like Harry goes to Hogwarts in the movie. And then, like, in the second or first class of the day, second class of dark arts, Voldemort tries to kill him as Quirrell. Right.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
okay,
in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
We have 3 paths to go on. Should we split up the crew or just send them all down one route?
Let's all go under the skateboard.
All under the skateboard. Okay, so... So he's killed. Quirrell attempts to kill him within the first 20 minutes, I guess. Then
it's got to be quicker than that. I'm saying we got 120 minutes to get through all the books.
Okay, so I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do Harry Potter in an hour and 20. Well, I say that scene what we have now. Okay, he meets his friends, and then Quirrell tries to kill him almost immediately.
I think it's the type of thing where it's almost like brushed off. It's like, yeah, like the Dark Lord, kill your parents, whatever. Like that's just something you have to deal with here at Hogwarts.
Oh no, we've got a machine gun.
A machine gun?
Yeah, hopefully we can just keep throwing our troops at...
What does it shoot so far?
Yeah, we can't even see it yet. Oh, we'll shoot at those drums.
Oh,
gonna get some percussion up in this bitch.
Those machine guns really don't like our troops very much.
Yeah, most machine guns don't.
No, there's no such thing as a bad gun, just a bad person. And you know what the only way to stop a bad person with a bad gun is?
Therapy?
A million little green soldiers and a million guns.
That would be an awesome movie where it's like The Birds, but with toy soldiers that came alive. Actually, I think that is a movie. That is a movie called Toy Soldier.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I like that movie.
Okay, so
we made it to the other side of the yard.
Does anything pivotal to like the overarching story happen in the second one? Like I know you got the diary and stuff like that, but can't you skip really most of it?
He learns about Tom Riddle. Oh wait, you do need the basilisk for the Horcruxes.
Right.
But I guess if the way you're writing this, you could just... Oh.
It could be like he's on all these wacky adventures. Like it's like, oh, the next day the basilisk says that.
Oh no, these students are being petrified, and they'd have that from the beginning, and then Harry Potter figures out who's doing it, and it's the basilisk.
Right.
And then he goes down and kills it, and then later on in the movie, they found out, hey, we already took care of one of the Horcruxes. Because, the writer will just be lazy and say the snake is the Horcrux, or the basilisk is the Horcrux.
Right.
And I don't care if I got a little detail wrong with that.
And then, okay, so then you got Prisoner of Azkaban.
Mm-hmm. Which is the one I've seen the least, but I do enjoy the most, probably because I've seen it the least.
Yeah, that one's my favorite one by a mile, for sure. I think you can skip like basically the whole. What's the fourth one called?
Phoenix. No, not Phoenix. That one is it's the one of the game. The Hogwarts Olympics.
What's it called?
Sacrificing students to appease our pagan gods, I believe.
Yeah. By the way, if people were getting mad about our opinions about Harry Potter, you can know just by the fact we don't know what the name of the fourth book's like.
Goblet of Fire!
Yeah, based on the fact that we couldn't figure that out, I think you can, like, let it be. Clearly we don't know enough about this.
Yeah, my wife is going to listen to this later and be pissed off that I didn't remember that. She loves Harry Potter.
Yeah.
More cans.
Harry Potter is great, but...
Yeah, I enjoy it too. Though I've tried to read the first book multiple times as a kid and as an adult, and I just can't get through it. I love the movies, I love the world, but I can't read the books.
Yeah, I've had tough times getting through them as well. I did manage one time.
Well, whoop-de-freaking-do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, so... You know where I'm landing is I don't even like thinking about it because there's no possible way to do it in a way that would be at all entertaining.
You're right. So let's try and make this terrible. Let's try to make this. Let's make this David Lynch's Dune, which I've read about that he refuses to answer questions about it because he's so upset with it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, so. He gets to school, meets his... Okay, so...
You know what? We'll have to cut out Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire just needs to be cut out.
It's gone. But what about... That's at the end of that, that's where Voldemort comes back. But he just needs to come at a different point in the story. Then.
Yeah, we could say he comes back at the end of the third book.
Yeah, Cedric helps him with the whole...
Revival?
The saving Sirius thing. And then somehow Voldemort kills him at that point.
Yeah, like, okay, the director of this would probably just say, well, we'll just make Cedric actually evil and betray everyone. Which would piss off fans, but I think that's the point of this movie at this point.
Yeah, it's like, it's nothing to do. And then you can skip a lot of the last book, because then at the end, instead of Voldemort killing Harry, Harry kills Voldemort. With the other one. Then he keeps all the Deathly Hallows for himself.
Harry Potter just becomes the most powerful and evil villain. That would be a kick-ass twist, actually.
Yeah. Is it just me, or was Harry Potter's dad a dick, like in the movies?
Yeah, a lot of people have pointed that out now. Like, I mean, he was a kid, but he was a kid who was a dick, so...
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, are we supposed to like this guy? He's an asshole.
Can I... this is terrible placement. I'm sure that'll be fine. Just an army base with 5 meters of barbed wire, and the rest of the base is open.
Yeah, but... You know, the rule of war dictates that they have to go through the barbed wire.
Have you ever played the Stronghold games?
No.
Okay, I like playing Stronghold Crusader. And something I discovered that if you build... So you can build, like, stone walls and all this.
Uh-huh.
And if you build a stone wall with a gate and it's, like, completely blocking off your place, then the enemy is going to use siege equipment and try to destroy you. As they should. But if you make just a maze of walls leading to your base, that'll take them 10 minutes to walk through. But since there's no gate blocking them, they'll just try to do the maze, and then you can just kill them easily through the maze.
It's like, it's really taking advantage of the game mechanics there.
Yeah, I abuse the AI.
They're like, well, there's an opening.
I guess we haven't talked about the game yet.
Looks fun so far.
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed this if I had it as a kid. I got it for $1.50 off of Steam on sale.
How does Steam have so many like old games on there? Like,
yeah, I mean it's great. You can play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, Steam is great.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of the thing is, it gives old companies, or at least old IPs, a chance to come back. Like, there's games that everyone thought was abandonware, like Strife. Strife was abandonware, but now you can buy it on Steam, and I have. Still doesn't stop me from using abandonware, but...
Have you seen anything about the new Battlefield game? Any of that stuff?
I wrote that down as a topic, actually.
Oh, really?
What is Battlefield 2048?
Something like yeah, 2040 something.
I think I specifically wrote it down as Battlefield continues to shit the bed. Just this long diarrhea, ruining the sheets and constantly ripping one out.
That's depressing. It's like, yeah, crazy. The worst reviewed game ever on Steam.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad? I meant to look at some Steam reviews, but I put it off instead. So, what's the deal? What can you tell me?
I guess it just seems like a early access game still. Like it's not finished.
Well, that seems to be par for the course around games these days.
Yeah.
Don't bother finishing it; just patch it up later in post.
Right.
Like Sin.
It's kind of depressing because then it's like Battlefront 2, for example. It's like that's a game I bought somewhat recently, and I really enjoyed it. It's super fun. But then it's I was looking at stuff about there's no content around it because everyone left the game right when it came out. Then the developers worked really hard to fix it and make it good. And then they lost support for it right once it became fun and playable because it was so old. So it's
Yeah, the audience of video games do not stick around a lot. Well, I shouldn't say the audience. What would you call them? The people who are on the head end of a trend.
Yeah, the general public.
Well, general public. The people who are willing to pay $60 for a new game.
Right.
I have not paid full price for a new game in years. I practically refuse to pay anything less than $20. Even at GameStop, if it's not below $20 and I don't have a coupon, I'm not paying for it.
That's sort of okay, so Halo just coming out is interesting because that game is one of the most mixed reviewed games I've ever seen because it's
Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been playing some, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Super fun, polished. They delayed it over a year. And it's but now it came out, it's really polished, really fun. People, reviewers have their hands on the campaign. They say the campaign's super fun and stuff like that, but it's got all these microtransactions. Mm-hmm. The campaign's not out yet, by the way.
It has microtransactions and it's also free, right?
It's free. The multiplayer's free. You will have to pay for the campaign.
Oh.
If you want to play it, but the multiplayer's free. And it's got tons of microtransactions. They are very ridiculous and overpriced. And I don't know if you've ever played Halo.
No, we played it 2 weeks ago.
Right. I don't know if
you not watch these things back.
I don't know if you played much of it. Is what I'm trying to say.
I played exactly an hour and 15 minutes with you, or I guess 30 minutes with you.
I guess a lot of people our age, I feel the big sort of draw to it was when you were a kid. It's you have your Spartan and you customize their armor and change their color and
I have no idea if that's true or not.
Okay. So
I was a PlayStation kid.
So I think that's why people are so grumpy about it. But at the same time, it's how often do you look at your own character?
Yeah, that is weird.
It's if you don't pay anything for the game,
mm-hmm.
and then it's yeah, they're gonna it might be crappy that they're gouging. The only bad part about it is that the aesthetic of your character is not what you'd like it to be because you have to pay money to make it look different. Whatever. I just turned my guy green, which is free. And then I just was playing the game.
Reminds me of those spaceship sims where you pilot a spaceship.
Oh yeah.
But then you get to design your own character, but you never see them outside of the spaceship. So What's the fucking point?
There's a game, I can't remember what it's called. It's an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
one of those spaceship ones. I don't know what it's called, but I guess like a spaceship on the game sold for like 120,000 real life dollars.
Was this EVE Online?
I think possibly, yeah. It's like somewhat. It's like a I don't know. I guess I just saw this in passing, so maybe I shouldn't be passing the information along.
Just, I think I read something maybe after my cousin might have told me about it. That's what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, so something I should mention about this game is it's real-time strategy, but you can make your own squads, which is that thing down in the bottom right.
Oh, yeah?
So I just made 2 squads here, and now they're moving up. And I can just click the number to move between them. Wait, number lock? Okay, I have to hit this number.
Squads. Remember when everyone was saying the word swag?
I remember swag.
I remember the word swag was popular, and I also remember that there was like the faction of people who hated the word swag. Like that was your whole personality. I don't like swag, I don't like YOLO, okay?
Well, I mean, at the same time, the people who would say swag could be so obnoxious.
Swag.
I mean, do you remember the dark days of swag?
No, I don't think I do.
It was sort of with that club culture. As in going to the club. The club. Which, have you ever been to a club?
I don't think I've ever been somewhere that would be considered a club.
Clubs suck. Clubs fucking suck.
I've been to like a loud bar with like a dance floor.
Well, I think that could count. What would you consider a club?
One time I went somewhere that I would consider a club, and then I told somebody that I went to a place that was like a club, and they're like, "You thought that was a club?"
Oh my! Were they club gatekeeping?
I think so. I think they were. So ever since then, I've thought that I don't know, whatever.
Well, tell me about the club you went to, and then
it was terrible. I
Okay.
didn't want to vomit.
What was it like?
It's just like everyone there is like clearly desperate to get laid first and foremost.
Yeah, that's a weird thing about clubs. Everybody just wants to fuck, but nobody just can just say it. Well, actually, drunk people will say it.
Like, I'm there with my friends who convinced me to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I am clearly not there for the same reasons everyone else is there.
No, you were in a committed relationship.
Right. So that it's like, all my friends are there for the same reason everyone else is there. But I'm trying to talk to my friends. It was very irritating. So, not a good experience.
Clubs are probably great if you're single, but I've never been at a club and single, so... Yeah. Committed relationships. Plus, I never really made friends with people who'd want to go to clubs.
Then on the other hand, I never had any of those times being in a committed relationship for a long time. All my friends also had like long periods of time where they're like, I had a girlfriend.
What was that? Could you repeat that?
I wish I had a girlfriend. I'm so lonely. Yeah.
Your friends sound fun.
They are fun. You're one of them, Buster.
Yeah, but you know, I'm your lesbian friend, so it doesn't count.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Counterculture.
Wait, what was that? Blob. I thought that said plastic bomb.
Plastic blob?
Yeah, so part of this game is, you know how in like Age of Empires you have to harvest resources?
Yeah.
Well, here you still have to harvest resources, but you harvest from stuff that are just scattered on the ground. So you steal plastic from squirt guns, energy from batteries to produce the equipment you need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's actually really cool. I really like this idea. Are you looking at your fucking phone?
Yeesh.
Dick. Is this not entertaining enough? Seeing little plastic men go to war, watching me click here repeatedly while you just sit here and
Don't run into the barbed wire post. No!
Oh no! Oh no!
Wow, that thing is shredding us.
Yeah, but I've got a flamethrower. He's burning that guy right now, but they're gonna burn this guy now. So, yeah.
Could you have... What happens if you break the far post on the barbed wire?
Let's find out. I think I might have too small of an army for this, but we'll find out.
Look, we're at their base.
Yeah, that's fast. Skewing the actual planning and readiness and just going headlong into this. Come on, guys.
You bastards.
While the AI tries to figure out how to walk past each other. Kill them! Just kill them! Come on!
Don't die. We made it this far.
Oh, actually, we might be routed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get up there and shoot them.
This is very frustrating. It seems like maybe we're handling them.
I think there's more still, though. But we might as well destroy all this.
Oh, that's a big plastic float.
Yeah. Think of how much plastic we could get from that.
At least some.
Yeah. I do really enjoy this design. I wish I did know about this earlier on, because I would have been the perfect age at around 12, because I still loved, playing with toys, but
Right.
I think I was ready for some higher quality games. Strategy games, at least.
Yeah, this is a fun game. So far.
But it's got some humor to it. Like in part of the tutorial, it's talking about how you can move your guys into squads and have the squads, come at the enemy at different angles. Or you could just put them all into one group and attack. That's what everyone else seems to do. Yeah, so it's got some self-awareness. And then there's even a part where they're saying, where they're teaching you all the buttons to use, and it says, whatever you do, do not press the J button. It will not do anything. And then, of course, you immediately press the J button, and they say, you pressed the J button. Why did you do that? It has done nothing. You have wasted your time and mine.
What if it did do something? What if it dropped a nuke?
Is a secret nuke code.
It deletes the game and all the files on your computer.
What is my objective? Do I have an objective? Do I have to kill everyone here at this X?
Run around, kill everybody.
Oh, here, there's a guard tower. Oh, okay, yeah, that was it. Originally, I was going to pick Civilization for a word. Civilization 5.
Yeah.
Because the word was capitulation, and I thought politics would work. And my plan was to have you controlling, the people, and I would control the production.
Yeah.
So sort of like how the AI has, instead of just being smart and being able to control that, it just has two AIs that do both of those things. See how far we could get. But then I read this thing on Take-Two and decided that they were kind of being dicks, so we're not giving them any of our 8 views we get.
For their old game.
Yeah, for their game from 2010 or some shit. Did you hear about Take-Two with the game It Takes Two?
No.
Okay, so that game came out a bit ago, and so they tried to trademark It Takes Two. Well, I think they tried to trademark the phrase Takes Two, and the company Take-Two was having a big trademark kerfuffle about that.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? I can honestly see that, the way that works. But then it also turns out they've been sort of doing trademarking Troll, the company Take-Two, not the game It Takes Two by Hazelights, has been doing some copyright troll or trademark troll with other words, such as the word rockstar, mafia, and civilization. Right?
Ah.
They tried to trademark civilization because of Sid Meier's Civilization.
Huh. Damn.
Yeah. So that seems kind of bullshitty to me.
Yeah.
The recent thing is Hazelight has sort of stepped down from trying to trademark Takes Two.
Yeah.
Which, in fairness, seems like one that seems legitimate, at least, because Takes Two is too close to Take Two, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard any of that.
Yeah. Well, now you are.
Very interesting.
What are your thoughts on copyright trolling? I think it's a dick move. Or trademark trolling. This is different.
Yeah, if it has the word trolling in it, it's safe to say it's probably not nice.
I mean, it's what those Candy Crush bastards tried to do a few years ago.
Would they try to trademark?
So it's called Candy Crush Saga.
Yeah.
So they tried trademarking the word saga. And actually, they didn't try trademarking it. They didn't have the trademark, but they were walking around like they did. So like they were sending legal notices to any other company that used the word saga.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so like, I think it was some Viking game, like Valhalla Saga or Viking Saga. They were sending legal notices to desist of using the word saga.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder what the worst one someone's gotten away with, like trademarking like a basic word.
Didn't those Fine Bros try to trademark reaction videos?
Yeah, I think they did. Did they get away with it?
I think they were trying to... Well, I think they were trying to trademark... This was several years ago now. But they were trying to trademark reaction. Reacts to or something like that. But not like Fine Brothers Reaction is the one they should have tried trademarking to make it their own. Mm-hmm. But they weren't doing that. They're just going for all of reaction videos. I don't even remember how that ended. I'm guessing in failure. Because trademarks can also be kind of funny. Like, you can lose your trademark if it becomes part of common parlance.
Okay. You want to know about the Fine Bros before you go on with this?
Oh, sure.
Okay. So the creators of one of YouTube's biggest channels have sparked fury over the plans to trademark and license a popular video format.
Okay, what are you reading this from?
The BBC.
Okay.
The Fine Brothers produce a popular series of reaction videos, blah, blah, blah. On Tuesday, they revealed a scheme to let their...
When was this written?
This was written in 2016.
Okay.
Okay. They revealed a scheme to let other video makers use assets from their version of the format. They have faced backlash from viewers for trademarking React, a term widely used by other creators.
Oh, so they did end up trademarking it.
I guess.
You know, it's weird stuff too. Like some Russian trademarked SCP from the online SCP writing thing, which they shouldn't have been able to because it's an online open trademark. So everyone can contribute to it, but for some reason, this one fucking Russian was able to do it in Russia. I mean, it doesn't change anything. It only affects it in Russia, but that means that somehow... Or was it copyright? It might have been copyright. Oh, shit. I might be routed here. Oh, no! Oh, no! I lost a guy.
This is not a helpful... It sounds like they did trademark the word react.
So they did?
It sounds like it. This article is not focusing on the most important thing, I don't think.
Well, you're also trying to read it while we're sitting here.
That's true.
Holy cow, it's already been 40 minutes? Doesn't seem right.
You don't seem...
Your mom doesn't see right.
Hey! You leave my mother out of this.
Was that too big of an escalation?
Yeah.
All right. Your mom's a hoe.
Your dad doesn't seem right.
He doesn't see right. He needs glasses.
Well, is there anything interesting more about this game?
This game?
Or should I continue ignoring it?
Well, I mean, you make plastic blobs. We can't hear it, so we don't know what's going on.
That's true. There might be some integral story elements we're missing.
Yeah. Oh.
What if it's like it's the Citizen Kane of video games?
Did you have army toys when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my brother and I did too.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know what it is about a kid that makes you like so into like violence and stuff.
It happens no matter what. They're going to find a way to make a gun or a sword out of something.
Right. It's like, yeah, you're just like dreaming about like fighting people. It's like, man.
There's a great Baby Blues comic where the mom is sick of the kids just playing like army or guns in the house all day, so she gives them dolls and says, okay, you'll just have this to play with now, and thinks she solved the issue. And then they just bend the dolls at the hips and just use them as guns.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Oh, here we go. Blow it up.
Our little squad isn't doing so great.
No, we've got the bazooka. We got Bazooka Joe left, and the Sarge, who's a pistol, and then the Minesweeper, which was always the lamest of all the army toys.
He'd always get blown up in my little things.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good at his job.
Well, he didn't have a gun. What was he supposed to do?
He's like, he'd always be like, okay, guys, I'm going to go sweep for mines. And he's like, beep, beep, beep. He's like, oh, God. And then he'd get blown up, and then, yeah, it was the whole thing.
In your army world, who was the good guys? The tans or the greens?
Was that a joke?
No. I'm honestly curious.
The greens, of course. The tans. Did anybody use the tans as the good guys?
Okay. We use the tans as the good guys.
That's insane.
Well, I was thinking
that
on
makes
this.
Me think maybe you guys are bad guys.
Well,
in real life.
we actually didn't have army toys until we were in, like a friend of our dad's house, and they had army toys, so we got to play with them a little bit. And and theirs came with flags. One flag was some made-up flag. The other was the American flag.
Yeah.
And looking back on this, as a kid, I didn't realize how fucking racist this was. But because the tans were closest to whites at their house, they were the Americans.
Oh, God.
Because they were the white ones, presumably. We didn't get that into it, but, I was told that as a kid, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So then when we got army toys, without thinking of it...
You're like, oh, right.
Yeah, the white ones are the Americans. Because I'm white, so... And here's the Minesweeper being absolutely useless.
Sarge is just taking bullets like a champ.
I'm not even sure if I'm succeeding. What am I supposed to do here? I guess just shoot.
Yeah, just brute force. You're supposed to get the baseball, I think. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was our extraction point. But yeah, so the tans were the good guys because they were white for us.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What race were the green ones?
Well, they weren't. They were just...
Green.
They were... Foreignistan. This was also like right after 9/11, when anything foreign was evil.
Yeah.
When we had to change the word of French fry to freedom fry.
Freedom fry.
Do you not remember freedom fries?
No.
Oh, there's a whole Pearls Before Swine comic on it. I mean, nowadays, the green guys are good for me. But...
See,
yeah.
freedom fries, that's interesting because that's something I haven't... That's something that I've run into a bazillion times. That exact comic.
Yeah.
I never understood it.
Okay, so when Bush wanted to invade Iraq, one of the countries that opposed this was France, which pissed off Bush, which pissed off all Americans. They tried to make it seem because French weren't supporting America in their revenge bloodlust. So it was just at the cafeteria in Washington at the White House. The White House cafeteria, there was just the sign that renamed French fries to Freedom Fries the day of the incident. And that sort of just became a meme for a few years. I think that was the only instance. Oh, wait. Are they controlling? Or what are they doing here?
You know what book I've been reading? Pretty dang good book. Animal Farm.
Ah, yes.
Speaking of political war stuff. Yeah, great book. It's been going super fast. I've only been reading it 2 days, and I'm like most of the way done.
Oh, you've been enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's super easy to read.
For our viewers who aren't familiar, wanna tell them about it?
Yeah, Orson Welles wrote it, and it's about animals that overthrow their farmer, and they're trying to create like this free utopian animal society, but then it's like very cynical, and it ends up going to shit, and like some of the animals are more equal than the other animals.
It's an allegory for the Russian Revolution.
It is, yes.
And Soviet Union.
Yeah, very, very critical of the Soviet Union. It was interesting though. It was the one I have has this long foreword by this New York Times guy, or not New York Times. Yeah, New York Times guy, and it's really interesting. His foreword about it was like
tell us about
explained about how in the British socialist movement, like Orson Welles was really into like socialism. And it explained how like socialists were like really into like the Soviet Union and thought they were like great, and so he was like trying to like really into letting people know that they were not great because he fought in the Spanish Civil War. And
really, Orson Welles fought in the Spanish?
Yeah, he did.
I had no idea Orson Welles wrote Animal Farm. Gosh.
I'm thinking of the right guy, right?
Are you? Because I thought he was more of an actor. Wait, am I thinking of someone else?
I might be... hold on.
Yeah, you might have just made yourself look like an idiot just now. No offense.
Oh, George Orwell.
That's what it was. I was
George Orwell.
Yeah, I was thinking that didn't sound right.
Actually,
but
when I looked it up, it said, why does George Orwell sound like Orson Welles?
Huh, that's funny. Anyways, George, oh shit, it's a tank. Run away!
Okay, you can see how I could have made that mistake.
Yes. Luckily, I'm not an idiot, so I didn't make that mistake.
You allowed me to make that mistake.
Comments tell Zeater how big of an idiot he is. Anyways.
I'm definitely still going to say Orson Welles again. Anyway. Okay. George Orwell, yes, he fought in the Spanish Civil War.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Anyway, so... yeah, I guess a lot of bad stuff happened.
Where the fuck did these guys come from? So, yeah. And...
anyway, a lot of Western people were, like, very into, like, the Soviets and stuff because they turned the tide of World War II. But then, like, and Animal Farm came out right after World War II ended. So, like, that was when people were like, we don't want to hear it, man. Like, they are, like, our allies. They're good people. And then it was like, well, not the people, but the government. He's like, no, it's not good. So he wrote this book. And publishers wouldn't publish it.
Really?
At first, but then you found someone to publish it, and it was the best-selling book of the year.
I actually have a funny story about that when I was student teaching in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you said, it's all about communism and the rise of the Soviet Union. But so there was this 12th grader, and this was like my first week there, and they'd been getting book reports ready. For a class, and this kid wasn't the best student. This was at a private Christian school, I should mention. So there's like 10 people in this class.
Okay.
He wasn't the best student, but... Oh, I'm out of plastic. Shit. Am I getting plastic? Okay. And if I can continue my fucking story, if I'll let myself continue my story...
I will stop interrupting
myself. So he's giving his report on Animal Farm. Oh, fuck, they ruined my watchtower. What the fuck? And he wasn't the greatest student. And as he's talking, he's mentioning how Animal Farm is this great novel about animal abuse. This is in front of a teacher who doubles as the history teacher and the English teacher. And he's going on and on about what it teaches about animal abuse and the farmer's role. And as soon as I hear that, I cover my mouth because I can't say anything. I'm the new teacher there.
No.
And I just have to sit there and listen. And I'm looking over to the side of my side at my cooperating teacher who's grading him, and she just looks steamed. She is the most upset I'd seen that week.
Yeah. The animals win in the first chapter, and then it's just about how good their lives are.
And she lays into this kid, this 12th grader, because he did...
Oh, it's a 12th grader.
Oh, yeah. So did I say 12-year-old? Shit, I meant 12th grader.
I was like, oh, well...
Okay.
Mean. You could see how a kid could misunderstand.
Okay, yeah, that was my mistake. 12th grader. They call it matric there.
Okay.
But, so she lays into this guy for not understanding the basic, the overarching main idea of this book. Which, if he didn't read the back of it and he didn't read the introduction, I could see how he'd make that mistake. So I kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, he was kind of a shit student too, who didn't put much effort into stuff.
Yeah, so, I feel like even if it's hard to, yeah, it is kind of sad. It's kind of sad. It's like if he actually read the book and that's what he got out of it, then like at some point you just have to be like, okay.
Well, it's kind of funny too because apparently before she had taken over as a history teacher there, they had this really shitty history teacher who, according to one of the students, they didn't learn anything about World War II. Instead, he just taught them all about the mining, the mining potential in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
And how he was going to become a mining manager.
Oh, God.
Or a mine manager or whatever. And his plan, and find all gold and diamonds. He was basically Yosemite Sam. He was South African Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam.
Gold, gold, gold.
He's teaching
oh, shit.
And telling the students about it.
No, they're blowing up my fizzy place.
I don't like these guys very much.
Yeah, they're dicks. I'm not sure if I want to do a full hour of this. You want to cut it here? Maybe we do something else?
I don't care.
We'll just wait until either I kill them or they blow up my HQ.
You mean play another game? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. So the lesson here is read the back cover of Animal Farm or else you'll look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And your teacher will just scream at you in front of all the class.
I feel like there's like some skill that like I'm missing because I don't like, it's like there's so much stuff to distract you now with like, you know, TV and phones and computers and stuff. Like everything's so quick.
Just say porn. We know you mean porn.
So, anyway. It's like, I've been trying to read more, and it's like, I always like, after the book, it's like, I try to like, or like, I'll really like think about it, and then it's like, okay, what were the themes? Like, what was it about? And then I like, want to like, I like always like look it up to like double check, like, am I right? So far, I've been like on a pretty good track. Like I read like Anna Karenina the other day.
Mm-hmm.
This is on a pretty good track with
No,
that.
don't stop. Keep shooting.
So.
How was that?
Sad.
All right. Well, then to diverge, we should let you pick your word for next week.
Oh.
I think I did capitulation pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah. Great. Okay.
Okay. What are you holding?
Rights, liberties, and justice.
Constitutional Law for Changing America. This was my political science book in
The
college.
8th edition.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Stop. All those highlight marks are not from me.
Good.
Oh, did I lose a half track? Stop. Oh, okay. Keep going then. And I'm gonna wait till you're over a highlighted spot.
You could have stopped right here and it would have said video games.
A video game. I'm making video games. Stop.
Photographs.
Photographs.
Of nudity.
Read the full sentence. I want to know what the full sentence is in this political science book. And it's highlighted too. What the fuck?
The anomaly is not compelled by the First Amendment. Oh, that's a sentence in itself. Okay, this is the sentence. Starts here.
Okay.
It disappears once one recognizes that extreme violence, where interactive and without literary, artistic, or similar justification, can prove at least, if not more, harmful to children as photographs of nudity.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, so if I were to take the whole sentence, I could say a video game that is so extremely violent that it is more harmful to a child than photographs of nudity.
I guess so, but I feel like photographs would be a good word to go for.
Yeah, it would be. You know what I recently bought?
Halo? No, wait, no, you didn't buy that.
No, but this is related actually. I bought Xbox Game Pass.
Uh-huh.
It's like pretty cheap, and you get like tons of like AAA games, like for not for free, but it's like $10 a month.
Yeah.
And they add games to it every month.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get it on PC.
Yeah, but you know, you also get like PGA Golf Tour as a game.
But there's like hundreds of games. Like
Wait, do you get access to all of them, or do you just get access to a few every month?
all of them.
Like for the whatever's come out for the past 4 years, you have access to that.
Well, there's only a select amount of games on there.
Ah.
Here, let me tell you what some of their library.
Let's end this video now, so that I don't have to watch myself lose.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. And your word next week is photographs or photographs of nudity, whichever you want to go with.
I think we all know which one we're going.
Okay. Goodbye.
Later.